Hello, everyone. It's Leo, and we have more Precure titles to look at. Let's see what's going to happen in the next few Healing Good Precure episodes. I know Precure is on hiatus, it's not airing right now, but the magazines are still coming out. They have like a calendar to follow. So let's see what the next episodes are going to be like. And after that, we can talk a little bit about ideas and possible outcomes for the future of Precure. Okay, so the last time we did this, we saw up until episode 15, which is going to be an episode centered on Nodoka and Rabbiting. They're probably fighting once more. I really don't want to see that. Anyways, episode 16 is called The Oath of Friendship Beneath the Tree of Eternity. This title is really interesting, and I really believe that we are going to see something concerning the story of Healing Good, because this Tree of Eternity must have something to do with the story of the season. I don't know. I believe that this friendship, this oath of friendship, is something between the girls and maybe the girls with their partners, with the healing animals. I don't know. But what I do know is that I believe that this is going to have some lore. As we saw, that episode 14 is also going to have lore concerning the story and the wind element. So in episode 14, we're going to learn more about the Healing Good story. So I think episode 16 is going to bring some more flavor to that, and I can't wait. Episode 17 is called The Finest Hospitality, Chiyu's Hostess Training. So this is an episode focused on Chiyu. I can't wait. Chiyu is my favorite so far. I absolutely love her, and I cannot wait. Probably more on her and her family and the life that surrounds her in the inn she has at her home. And episode 18, Straight to the Heart, Nyatoran returns the favor. So in episode 18, it seems that Nyatoran is going to take the center stage. That makes me believe that in episode 17, Pegitan is going to be very important as well. Because in episode 15, Rabbiting is going to shine, probably. And since episode 17 is a Chiyu episode, probably Pegitan is gonna take the center stage with her somehow, because in episode 18 we have a Nyatoran-centered episode. So, I don't know. Anyways, let's talk a little bit about the future of Healing Good, because so far the show is still on hiatus. We don't know when it's coming back. And today is April 29. And I was scrolling through Twitter and I saw this piece of news right here. Japan to extend state of emergency. So this is Nikkei Asian Review, a website, and they're basically saying that the date that the quarantine, the emergency state is supposed to end in Japan is May 6th, but it might be beyond that because they need to take their precautions, as lots of countries are doing, because they are responsible concerning the health of their citizens. And this impacts lots of different segments of society. And obviously, entertainment is one of the biggest ones of them. And, you know, the production of an anime like Healing Good Precure, it needs people together so that they can work in the show. Animators need to go to the studio, sound mixers and voice actors, they all need to get together. Obviously, they can do it at home, but do they have the structure to do it at home? Those workers, do they have the structure to work entirely at home? We don't really know that. So it's really hard, and we need to be understandable on that. Especially when we think like, oh my God, there are so many other shows that haven't stopped their productions. Why is Precure stopping? We can't think like that. We need to look at it and understand that the people that are working on Precure that have their work halted are probably worried because their work is like, are they getting their salary? Are they being paid for the quarantine time? But at the same time, they need to be safe. Those people need to be safe. Those people need to be protected. Those people need to stay in a way that they're not exposed to danger, because this is a very serious disease. Some people might say it's not, but there's a lot of proof that it's a very serious thing. and it's very contagious. So like it might not be serious to you, but it might be serious to someone that lives together with you at your house. So like lots of people have very different scenarios that can be dangerous to this. So we really need to be understandable because of that. And well, the future of Healing Good. Okay, so far we had 12 episodes, and usually a Precure season runs up to like 48 to 50 episodes, more or less. Let's say that we stay the month of May without Healing Good Precure episodes. We're gonna lose 5 episodes, I think. We're gonna lose. Let me see my calendar here. We're gonna lose 5 episodes if we stay the whole month of May without Healing Good Precure episodes. This means that, like, if those episodes are taken out of the normal release, we're gonna finish the season with 42, 43 episodes. And because I was thinking, okay, the next season can be postponed by a month, for example, but we have a calendar for the release of toys. And Bandai and Toy Animation, they work based on that. And changing that calendar, would that be a nice or a possibility? I think about that, and I can't really see how they will postpone a new season, because there's a whole new release of merchandise, a whole new release of new stuff that is like done to be released at that date in February usually. And some merchandise even come earlier than the season, than the release of this season. So postponing a new season, I find that very, very hard. And at the same time, I find it very hard as well. For example, let's suppose that we lose 5 episodes in the month of May, and then it gets back in June. And so when it gets back in June, will we get like 2 episodes a week on TV? I also find it very hard because Precure runs at a 30-minute slot. If we had 2 episodes, we would need to have a 1 hour slot only for Precure. But what about the other shows that air before and after Precure? They will have to be stopped just for Precure to air. Will that work? Will that not work? This is something that it's new. After 16 seasons, it's something totally new that probably Toei and Bandai are having to deal with this, are thinking about how they're going to deal with this whole situation. And this is something for us, the fans, is new, but for them, it's even harder, I believe. So, I don't believe it's possible for them to air more than 1 episode per week. And maybe airing those episodes online on YouTube, for example, is a possibility. I don't see this as a possibility because we have a continuation of those episodes. So, for example, a child that watched an episode on Sunday is going to continue watching the next episode on the next Sunday. So if we have an episode in between that's shown on the internet, it might not work for them because they might not have seen that episode before. So that is something that I also think about. But if the season gets cut short with the number of episodes, the number of DVDs and Blu-rays that are released are going to have fewer episodes. And so they might be like cheaper than they're supposed to be, which is probably something they didn't think when they were like doing all of the merchandise for Healing Good. And so, like, there are so many possibilities in terms of financial loss in this. And obviously, this is not the main important thing. The main important thing here is the health of the people that are working on the show. Obviously, the health of the society as a whole, but we cannot forget that those people are thinking about it. They do Precure for a couple of reasons, and obviously financial gaining is one of them. Shows like this are done for money. Like, we can't forget about that. And obviously there are lots of other reasons for doing a show. Like, you want to send a message to girls, you want to help people that go through a hard time, you want to show like life lessons. Obviously, this is in Precure is all about that as well, but we cannot forget the financial component of it all. And so I believe that like the way for everyone to lose less is cutting the season short if we're gonna have like 5 episodes less. I think that everything they planned for the season can be done in 5 less episodes. Unless we get like 2 3 months without it, and then like this is going to really turn things up. But a season of 50 episodes and a season of 45 episodes wouldn't have like big changes in the story. Like a story of 50 episodes can be told in 45 episodes. You just need to change the narrative a little bit. And obviously, character driven episodes, they have to be crammed with more information and maybe plot about the whole scenario of Healing Good. But ultimately, I believe that if we have like if we get a season of 5 episodes short, it wouldn't be like the biggest thing in the world. They can still work with whatever they planned for Healing Good with less episodes. Well, that's what I believe. But this, as I said, is something completely new and something that we can't decide. Let's hope that they decide for the best for the health of their staff. This is my biggest concern, and I feel like this should be the biggest concern of everyone. But at the same time, let's wish for their for the show to be concluded in a good way as well. Even if it means less episodes, maybe they are able to fit what they want into a shorter narrative. They can do that. I believe in the writers. Anyways, guys, that was it. That was my take on this whole scenario. Please leave a comment with yours, and let's keep talking in the comment box below. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time. Bye-bye.